Listen, shout outs to Kix Griffey for providing this sample. We are going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Tumi, and I haven't seen this one before, so I got high hopes for it. Let's see what this is hitting for. Strap up.
Okay, I watch that head move side to side as I let this into the room. You are on time, let's connect minds. Trying to get into a mood. We gon' be fine. Close up the blinds, no rush. Finish the food.
What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I'm your host for the evening. From the house of Tumi, we have Kinetic. Fiery red bottle. I gotta be honest, I got some decent level of respect for Tumi, but I haven't found a fragrance that really speaks to me yet from it. Should I be looking for a fragrance that speaks to me? Maybe it's just where I'm at in my journey. Maybe my standards have rose. I don't know. Not all houses speak to me, man. Some people probably look at my love and affinity for Lalique and say, man, you're crazy. I'm one fragrance short of the entire line from Lalique. I'm madly in love with that house, and I love what they've done with every fragrance. Is every fragrance a 10 to me? Absolutely not. But would I want to wear every fragrance that I own from them? Absolutely. They're just made for me, my age, my taste. But I know not everybody feels that way. And maybe that's the thing with Tumi. I have some friends that really speak highly of them. It doesn't really speak to me, but I'm hoping, I'm optimistic. Let's see if they can change my mind today with Kinetic. They seem to be playing with classy masculine in a young man's way, kind of like your 20s and 30s. But, shout outs to Kix. He likes some of these fragrances, and he's older than that, and he likes Tumi fragrances. But him and I were even talking today, and our rates have gone up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just starting to realize there's more to life. But I digress. Let's see what's popping with Tumi Kinetic. Oh, this is very unique. This is very, 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 very unique. I don't know what in the heck I'm smelling, guys. Like, it's almost like this aldehydic, smoky cherry wood or redwood with like geranium. I'm probably so off with this, guys. Let's scroll down here. How much did this fragrance get? 3.76 out of 5 with 185 votes. So not a lot of people are buying it. Launched in 2022. I'm not going to read the story on this. Pimento. Okay. Pimento leaf amber. So it's a bunch of exotic woods that I'm smelling. So pimento leaf, amberwood, mandarin orange. Okay, so the orange is just tinging all of this resinous and smoky woods. Olibanum, nutmeg, immortelle, teak wood, sandalwood, smoke, and vanilla. Let me look at this teak wood real quick. Woods and a fantasy blonde woody note. Blonde wood, okay. That's what I'm smelling. I'm smelling this very woody experience, but then this almost like slight spice, slight smoke, slight mandarin, slight herbal, slight resin. It's giving a very like geranium. I don't know if this is true, but I feel like geranium sometimes can give off like a fruity accord, like a red fruits kind of smell. That's what this smells like a cherry wood or something. Despite what we're looking at here, guys, I know that sounds crazy, but this smells nothing like the notes. And it's kind of drying. I mean, look at this bottle. That's what it smells like. You see why I say cherry? Woody, warm, amber, spicy, smoky. See, this descriptor is not helpful. How much does this run? $50 for 100 ml? Okay. So 50-ish bucks. Yeah, let's get out of this, guys, because I really want to paint the picture of what this smells like. This is, it smells red, like a floral, tart, geranium-ish red note or something. It imitates kind of like this resinous redwood or resinous cherry wood. That's what it smells like cherry wood with some smoke. Some resins. It's just got a lot going on. It's a very unique scent. Like, this is almost, you know how a lot of people, it dries down terribly. I love it. I mean, I don't love it, but it's more beautiful of a scent on the strip. On skin, it just kind of dries down to this messy, resinous, skin funky scent. Yeah, I don't like the dry down at all. I'm giving that fragrance unscorable. By the way, guys, everybody scores differently. If a fragrance is lower than a 5, like a 5 and below, I'm just not even going to rate it. I mean, now I understand why guys like the Fragrance Apprentice rate out of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 out of 5. That makes a lot of sense. We might have to transition over to that kind of rating system, because I'll never give something below a 6. I'll just tell you not to buy it. You know what I'm saying? This feels like I can't rate it. It's below a 6 for me. It just, the fragrance smells curiously beautiful in the beginning. It's extremely woody, not mass appealing at all. It's like almost like when the first time you tried Terre de Hermes and you experienced the grapefruit and the vetiver and the orange, and that could be really abrasive to some people. Some people don't get Terre de Hermes, and even women smelling Terre de Hermes sometimes, if you're not into perfumery and you're just kind of like a mass appealing person that likes certain fragrances and whatnot, you might be intimidated by kind of the brash, unapologetic artfulness of a fragrance like Terre de Hermes. And this kind of has that distinguished man who's just off the beaten pathness to it, because of teak wood, smoke, amberwood, pimento, olibanum. You're dealing with resins, immortelle. Like, it's all over the place. And I can tell because when it dries down, it loses all of its vibe. It gets messy. It gets a little stinky. So I'm just kind of done talking about it. I'll give it a 5 or less. I wouldn't even put your nose on it, to be honest. And that's what sucks about a lot of designer fragrances, unfortunately. They're all top notes. And then the fragrance transitions into something nothing like it. It's utter trickery. So what winds up having to happen is a lot of times the best designer fragrances are the simplest in composition, because what you get carries to the base, and it's all good. There's no trickery going on. Sometimes transition can be quite beautiful, but in the designer realm, I just feel like there's just a lack of quality ingredients. And so there's either no transition or a transition you wish you never had. And that's the case with this one. Again, this was Tumi Kinetic. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not going to give you any alternatives. I'm not going to tell you the seasons for this. I genuinely think not a lot of people like this. 185 people cared to vote on Fragrantica, and it got a 3.7. So it's almost like they felt like me. They wanted to like it, but they just can't. Like, comment, and subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell. I drop content every single day. And I'm going to be honest, guys, it's rare that I'll ever tell you not to get your nose on something. I try to be objective enough to see the beauty in everything. But if I genuinely feel like I would be lying to you, trying to get you to even try this by just for the sake of the purity of not being arrogant in my opinion about a fragrance, like still giving a fragrance hope that I'm not the Lord of Fragrance and you might like this and I won't. I genuinely feel like my score is so low on this that I can't even confidently tell you to try this in good faith. Think, you would waste your time driving to the venue to smell something like this. And that's my opinion. So here's the question for you guys. Would you wear it? Do you like it? Prove me wrong in the comments. Tell me if you own this fragrance, not if you've tried it and like it. If you own this fragrance, bottle, not a decant. Do you own this fragrance? And if you do, where and when do you wear it? I'd be curious to hear from that crowd and see if that crowd even exists. And, and my hat's off to you. I'm not the Lord of Fragrance. Maybe you might like this, but if you know anything about my taste on this channel, guys, and you trust my nose, I don't even think you should have it on your radar. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed week. Sound off in the comments. I do talk back. And until next time, peace.